Hello everyone and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, I will be taking you around the house a little bit with me as I am getting everything ready and decorated for spring. The weather is just gorgeous here in the Carolinas. The sun is out. We have the perfect temperatures, no humidity. So I'm just walking around the house. I have my water feature going out on the front porch and I can hear it coming in through my front window. It's just a glorious day. So I would like to share it all with you as I am decorating through this little passageway here, and then also in a credenza. So I will be doing some vignette decorating today. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, we're just going to visit the top portion here for a moment. I've shared a video of me decorating this space. Now, for those of you that are new or that really don't know how things work, if you go to the very end of the video, I always put in 2 past videos that I have placed up. For those of you, if you might want to revisit or watch it for the very first time, again, it is at the very end, and all you have to do is click on the video. That is it. It's that simple, and it will take you straight to it. So at the end of this one, I will go ahead and place the video of when I made this little wall vignette. I will put that video first. And I just have the little basket hanging. Now, I do want to mention, well, I'll mention it here in a little bit. But here's my table, and look, it got damaged a little bit here on the side. One of those potpourri, like it happened during Christmas. When we were, not this past Christmas, but the one before. One of those little sachet packets that you shake up and they smell really good. Well, one broke open and it got on here and it kind of ate through the top coat of this piece, and I just don't know what to do. So any suggestions, I'm open for them. I suppose I could match up the paint on this pretty piece here. Now, what I love about this piece is, depending on where it's placed in the home and the type of day it is, sunny or cloudy, the piece looks a dark brown, and then other times it looks black. So I really like that. I really like the play of the colors on this piece here. But I use this mainly to store candles in. But we'll see what happens here. So we're going to make a really sweet, fun, springy, hopefully inspirational type of vignette here today. Trying my best to get the lighting going right here. Okay, so we're going to start things off with this vintage, I believe this is called Florentine. It's a tray, and I love all the different detailing. It raises up. It's not just a flat surface. Different florals, different type of scroll work. We have a little bit of chippiness going on, and it's perfect to hide that space for now. Again, any ideas, I would greatly appreciate it, of how to possibly remove that without doing too much damage. I think there's not much to be done, but to just somehow sand it off. Okay, I have this small lamp that was purchased off of Facebook Marketplace. It's short and sweet and filled with color. We have the really neutral burlappy shade up at the top, and the bottom is a little bit more dressy. And I like that because I like to have dressed up items, but bring them down with something like a burlap to just make it all feel so comfortable. And I'm going to be playing with many different colors off of one another today. Some of you might remember what this is and others not. I have shared this before in the past. This is a vintage piece that came from Italy. So this bottom part is a music box. And that little handle right there on the side, if you push it in, the music stops. You pull it out, of course, it plays. So as I'm decorating, I'm listening to a little bit of the music going on. I'm unable to put it on here though. We can't do that. Okay, and then, so this is called like a dummy board. Again, this is very old, came from Italy, and the individual that would go out and share this, it was their model that they had when they were promoting the world of Beatrix Potter. Here it is down here, made in Italy. This was an eBay find. My family gifted this to me. And it goes up on top. Now I'm thinking, because I love bunnies in the house so much, I might decide to keep this up all year round, because just having it out for a little while during spring, I just don't know if that's going to work for me that much anymore. But anyhow, I just wanted to pull you up just to let you see how everything is just playing off the next item. Again, quite a bit of color playing going on here in this vignette. Okay, and on the stand, we have all of the different characters that Beatrix Potter just has made in her delightful world. So there are 24 bells in all. And again, it's just, we'll see. But I really want to start keeping this out for just a little bit longer. You know, we have the silver, the tarnished silver going on with a little bit of the bronzy colors. And I have this little basket here that I want to work with because it's small. And it's very unique. It's like a low boy. It just has a different character to it. It's not your usual type of basket. And I have this little bird's nest. I do offer some of these in my Amazon storefront. Some of you are confused how to get there. It's always in my description box on my videos below the title of my video. You'll see an arrow. Press on it. My storefront is there. You just click on it. So I put a little cloche on top of the little nest over here on one side. And then I'm going to add something else on the other side. This was purchased from Home Goods. I love yellow. I always told myself when I was a little girl that I wanted a yellow house with a white little picket fence going around it. Yellow has a way of making one just feel alive and happy. So I placed the little yellow flowers over here on the other side of the basket. I'll play with the cloche a little bit more. But I decided that I just don't want it flat here on the table. So I'm going to make a few little changes. And I decided to place one of my old books underneath. Again, we're working with the greens quite a bit here in this vignette, many different types, and I'm just letting them play off of one another and loving it. And I placed a book in the back and opened it up a little bit so that we could see and smell the old dusty pages. Nothing like an old book with a hint of dust. Now, I want to point out that in my vignettes today, I will not be decorating everything fully because we are having a spring tour and there will be several items that will be added in addition to what you are seeing now. I want to make sure, to just have the surprise factor, to make it a good adventure, a wonderful spring and exciting home tour. And let's not forget about the golden carrots. I will be sharing them again. I will hide them during the tour. Okay, so we have this credenza that I just recently purchased, and I placed lights in it. And now I want to, again, a couple things here. I want to make sure that I don't decorate it completely because, again, I want to add more in so that you can experience new things through the tour. And right now I just have items placed all about here on the table and of what I might like inside. And we'll just see how it goes. We're just going with it. And again, I will be adding more. I also found another piece of furniture. I've had it, but we just made a big trip out of town to a storage and picked up quite a bit of the decor. So here's some of my blue and whites. These were plates. These were purchased from Home Goods, and I haven't even had the chance to use them yet. But we're going to today. And see, the sticker is still back here, $5.99. So yeah, we made a trip to another storage unit, picked up quite a bit. And so this is just, it's been a very busy week. And I decided to go with blue and whites in the cabinet, but also there's going to be some touches of pink as well. I'm going to place these wicker placemats that were purchased from Bed Bath & Beyond. I do miss them before they closed. I've had these for a few years. And I decided to place them in the back to offer some depth and a different texture. We have wood in here, and now we have some ceramic going on and some wicker, and now some metal, a little bit of brass, vintage brass here. So this is a magazine holder, but of course Bev is not going to use it as a magazine holder. It will be a plate holder today. It has that nice basket weave at the bottom. It is a pretty solid and heavy piece. And it would look nice outside of the cabinet as well, but no, I want to place it inside today. I want to do something different. So I put a napkin down there to take care of my pretties. I decided to put some white plates in the back and some blue and whites up front. And everything that's in this cabinet, I want to make sure that I use it as well. Not just decorate, but a multi-purpose. Not only is it beautiful to look at, but when it's sitting out and not packed away, you're more likely to take it out of the cabinet and make like a little table setting. Even if it's just for lunch, just taking something out and using it. So I thought, okay, let's get it off of the storage shelves. So I placed it down here at the bottom because up at top the basket was really hiding way more than down here at the bottom. I really love the look it's giving down there. Okay, so I have the placemats, the wicker placemats, and the plates, and then the plate holder down below here. This area is a little bit narrow, so I'm off of the tripod, so we're just dancing about a little bit here with the camera. So I decided to even bring in more depth, and I placed in my blue and white placemats from Pottery Barn. I'll make sure to share products. I decided to place 3 down at the bottom and 3 up at top, but I wanted to keep 1 down. Just so, so it would look different. Not so, matchy-matchy. I'm loving all the playful blue and whites that are going on inside. And I thought, well, I have this small little picture. It's called At the Forest's Edge. And there's some cows here in the water. And it just, it's just a little bit, nostalgic, for me. Being raised in the valley, in a little town, Atwater, California. And there were just cows everywhere. So I just really felt like bringing that in this year. It's just the feeling of home. And then I have these vintage ducks. The other one I just have down flat because the vessel broke. These were, I believe, an eBay purchase. And I thought these blues would go perfect. They're just little trinkets that I believe I purchased those from Home Goods. I'm just placing them off to the side of the ducks. I love the white and the blue. It's just so fresh. And again, I place some cake stands down here to the right. I need to find my ribbon so that I can loop it through on that center plate stand. That would be really cute. Now for these pretties, these have a wonderful, special meaning. Here is the name on the back. My mother years ago, she cleaned an antique store and a home for an antique dealer. And she saw these dishes in a box and she thought, oh, my Beverly would love these. So he pretty much just gave them to her. And they came straight to me, and I do use these quite a bit during the spring, and we will use them again this year. So I'm happy that they're out of a box and ready to use, because sometimes we might just want a little lunch, and we can place it in a bowl if we're having soup, or a sandwich plate and have some tea, and it just makes things super easy. We have the soup bowls and the bread and butter plates and berry bowls and teacups and serving bowls and a couple of platters down below. And then a few salad plates. I do need to get more of the salad plates because a couple have broken during the move, unfortunately. But I'm saving those pieces. I'm going to do something with them. I place them down here at the bottom, and don't you, I just love this. I love when creating a space, a cabinet with a purpose, a multi-purpose. I'm all about that, maybe it's the lefty because I'm a left-hander. I don't know what it is, but I just really like to use my items fully. So I'm so happy about this cabinet. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. My goodness, I get so excited like a little girl all the time. But it's wonderful. I can't help it. Okay, so I have a couple of these sconces here. These were purchased from Home Goods a few years back. I don't even know if they still have these, but if they do, they're fabulous. You can go get a couple, or a few, or even one if you just need one. But I have these blue and white battery operated candles, flameless candles, that are in my Amazon storefront. I'll make sure to link them. So again, go into the description box, click on Amazon. It'll take you straight to my storefront, and these are under lighting. Now I did move a trinket over to the side. And because you can see the one in there, it goes pretty high up. So I don't know if I'm going to take it off the trinket and put it flat on the wood and use a lower candle. And as you can see, that's exactly what I did. I wanted these to stay, because I didn't want the beige on the brown wood. I needed something there. So I kept the trinkets, and I just put in a smaller candle. And then I have this pencil holder here that is linked below from Robin King. Make sure when you go to her site, put in the little blue fly. She's very busy right now. So many orders have been coming through for her. And you're going to love your items. I promise you. So if you found some inspiration from this, please think about leaving me a message or a thumbs up or even subscribing, and I will see you again later on this week.